Hey everyone, welcome back to Dragonfly Projects and Homestead. My name is Alex, and today we're going to prune this apple tree. Now, if you like the content, please hit that like button, comment below and subscribe. It helps us a ton. Now, if you've been following along, you know we're starting an orchard this year. We have some trees we're going to start from seeds. We have some bushes, some berry bushes we're going to purchase this year also to plant, and some apples and pears we're going to start. I found a channel called the Permaculture Orchard. It's run by a gentleman called, I don't want to butcher his name, but Stefan Subkowiak. Very, very nice gentleman, very upbeat, very positive gentleman. I absolutely love watching his videos. I'll put a link in the description. And the nice thing is, geographically, he's very close to me. So we're about the same level, and it sounds like we're in the same type of soil. So whatever he's doing should work quite nicely for us. And now the good thing is, the maple sap is evaporating, and when I have some downtime, I just refilled the sap and the wood, and now I have some time to prune the tree. Now, these are not my techniques. These come from Stefan at the Permaculture Orchard. I'm going to try to apply them as best as I can, and I'm not going to try to explain it too much. If you want, go check out his channel. He has a lot of videos on pruning, and he has his own pruning course, which I will probably eventually take. Basically, 3 big steps. Apple trees like a central leader. So I'm going to have to decide which one of these branches is going to be my central leader. I'm probably going to end up going with this one, which is the straightest of them all. Once that's done, you want to clear a chimney for that nice and straight. So anything 6 inches within that chimney, you want to open the airflow so everything that's within there is going to get cut. Next, you want to keep only 12 to 15 branches, and then you want to polish off the branches so anything that's located underneath is gone, or any suckers or anything that's growing towards the inside of the tree or crisscrosses is also going to be gone, as far as I know. And anything that's diseased has to go. If the branches are thicker than 50% of the trunk, you also don't want to keep them, as they're going to steal energy away from the branches you are looking for, as far as I understand. I've done some pruning already for the other 3 trees over there that did not produce fruit this year, so I'm just trying some stuff. I don't think they're crazy healthy, but this tree, the one to my left and behind me, produced very well last year. The apple jelly video came from this tree. So I'm going to try to do this one on camera, and then I'll do the other ones off camera, and we'll see what the result is for this year, and we'll go from there. Learning experience, right? So I have loppers, pruners, and a saw, and we'll see what we can do. Also, these are Home Depot specials. I will probably end up investing in some quality instruments because they don't work that well. All right, let's switch to first-person view so you guys can see what I see. This is the other apple tree behind me here. As far as I know, the one to my right and the one to my left are the same type of apple. This one produces a yellow apple, which I'm not sure which one it is. Last year we were not able to taste it because the deers got to it before we could. All I know is if we come here and we look at this part of this branch, it looks like it's burnt. I am fairly sure this is fire blight, which is a bacteria. So the best way to get rid of it is to get rid of the infected branch. So I'm going to see if I can't cut it off with the lopper. And you can see it is inside the wood here. So I want to cut it off all the way here. It's just lopper works way better than the saw at cutting things. And then all the way down here. And I'll try to cut it at an angle so that water doesn't pool. All right. So hopefully that's going to solve that. And there's also a little bit on that tree that I'm going to try to get rid of. Okay, so that is going to be my chimney. So anything that is within 6 inches that's not a branch is going. So then this is gonna go, this is gonna go, this is going, that's going, that's going. It's hard to tell. Again, that's why we practice, right? Try to open up. And you can see there's some nice new growth over here. Oh, that's broken. Some new growth over here. Some nice new growth here, but this is not the angle of branch we want. A branch that goes straight up is a branch that's going to want to grow. A branch that's falling down like that below parallel is a branch that wants to bear fruit. So we'd rather branches leaning down than branches going straight up. And then they might compete. They might end up competing with your leader. So anything that's crossing, I don't want the stuff to cross. I don't want anything that's vertical or in the middle. And if I haven't mentioned yet, I don't want to take off more than 1/3 of the tree. This isn't the chimney, it's vertical, don't want it. This is in the way. That one here is completely vertical, we don't want that. And I don't necessarily want the tree to get bigger. So I want it to not focus on growing, I want it to focus on producing fruit. And we can see here, it seems like we do have some fire blight. So I want this branch gone, at least up to here. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it's right here. See how it looks burnt? So I'll make sure it doesn't spread to the tree because it will kill your tree. This crosses, so I can probably get rid of this branch. I don't want this branch. It seems like we've got some burls here that developed. Oh no, some fire blight here and a burl there, so that's gone. You know what? This branch is interfering with this here. Let's open it up. Might as well take it out. It's the one that had the fire blight on it. We're gonna get rid of that. Don't want it to compete. That is growing straight up, so I don't want that. I'd rather it. It's a cool design, right? 2-in-1, so you get more power, but the problem is to get it to open for you to get big branches, look at how much reach you're losing. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, that's good. Here I am skipping steps, but you don't want anything underneath the branch. I don't want this one. Come in and look at this. Kind of looks burnt, kind of looks like fire blight. I'm gonna get rid of this. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. I don't want anything shooting straight up. Shooting straight up. Try to leave the collar on so that it heals over nicely. This would be a really nice branch. to do some grafting. This is last year's growth. Well, this grew in one season. So the tree's doing fairly well though, overall. So this is going back towards the middle. We don't want that. It's in the way. Trying to open up the chimney. That branch is growing vertical, so we don't want that. Again, this looks like last year's growth. Actually, no, this is last year's growth. This is another year's growth. Take off the traps from last year. Clean that up, clean that up. All right, so I've opened up the chimney. That's good, that's flowing. Now I only want to keep 12 branches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, just wondering if this one looks doesn't look too bad. This. Alright, so this is crossing, so I don't want that. It's kind of the chimney too. This is where this design doesn't work well. I want that gone. Put up the chimney. Put up the chimney. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This one's kind of big. It's kind of in the way. But would leave the tree kind of wonky though. If I take it off. Looks good. This one looks good. That's good. That's good. That's good. This one's crossing over that one. I don't want that. This one's underneath and crossing over. I don't want that. This one's underneath. I don't want that. This one's underneath. I don't want that. This is crossing over with that. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this one. This is underneath. I don't want that. This is in the middle. Let's open things up. This is straight up. I don't want that. This is crossing over with that. I don't want that either. This one's growing straight up. I don't want that. Straight up. I don't want that. Underneath, underneath, underneath. Straight up. Those are kind of almost touching. That's good, that's good, that's good. These guys are touching. I don't want that. These guys are touching. I don't want that. This one's underneath. I don't want that. Sucker straight up. I don't want that. This guy's going straight up. Don't want that. That's underneath. Let's take this one out. It's just growing straight up. Don't want competition for the central leader. These ones are competing, touching, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. This is good, this is good. I don't want that. That's growing nicely. There's my central leader. There's a couple others I might have to watch. Oh, that's been cut already. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 major ones. All right, let's give this a try for this year. I think I took care of all the fire blight. There's quite a bit on the other tree I want to take care of. I tried my best here. These ones are touching, I don't want that. This one's growing up, I don't want that. Open up the tree a bit. See what it does. Produced fairly well last year. These guys are touching, I don't want that. But I guess at the end of the day, trial and error, and then try some stuff, see what happens, and we'll go from there. Like Mr. Subkowiak says, try, test, fail, tweak. So this season we're trying and testing, and we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. I'm starting to think about the layout for the orchard. I've taken some pictures with the drones trying to figure out what we're going to do. Not to give too much away, but from his permaculture orchard, the way he plants things, he uses trios, and we are looking at planting 2 trios this year to get started, and then we'll go from there and then adjust things and see how they go, decide how we want to do it, if the layout works. There are some birch trees and some broken trees that we can definitely remove and expand things. So there are many opportunities available to us, and we're very excited to get started. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, if you haven't, please hit that like button and subscribe. This is just the first steps, pruning the apple trees. As soon as the snow melts, we're going to start setting up for the orchard, getting the seeds in the ground, and hopefully the beginning of a wonderful adventure. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.